The hard work and diligence of our community has resulted in our county moving from the purple tier, widespread transmission of the virus, to the next tier, the red tier, meaning that there is still substantial transmission of the virus. How do we now move on to the next tier?
By doing more of what we've been doing so far. Keeping a social distance, wearing a mask, and avoiding gatherings, because those are the situations where the virus gets spread. The problem with this virus is that it is highly contagious. And it is very contagious even before somebody is sick. They don't even know they will get sick, or they will have minimal symptoms. So that's why the virus gets spread through gatherings. And in order to reduce the transmission in the community, we honestly just have to continue with what we've been doing so far.
Thank you. I know you just mentioned this, and I know there's been a lot of talk about how the virus spreads, but if you could just give a refresher on how exactly does COVID-19 spread?
Of course. COVID-19 is a virus that gets expelled with our out-breath. When we speak, when we cough, sneeze, laugh, sing, we always have a little bit of respiratory droplets that go out. And the virus rides on these droplets. And normally larger droplets fall down within a 6 feet diameter around the person who is expelling them. But sometimes the droplets can get really small and they get suspended in the air and they can travel a little further. So the virus will be picked up by receptive person in either inhaled or into the nose or into the eyes. That's why we recommend hand washing frequently, disinfection of surfaces. That's how the virus gets transmitted. It is airborne, and it gets transmitted through the respiratory tract and through the mucous membranes of eyes, nose, and mouth.
Thank you. So our community has really been vigilant and staying the course. I think we have a much better understanding of how the virus spreads. So what do you see as next for Santa Barbara County?
What I'm seeing is that people are getting a little bit restless. They want to socialize, obviously, and that is understandable. Everybody has some form of COVID fatigue. And that is really a critical point right now, because that is where the virus gets spread. Not just big parties or concerts, but even get-togethers in the backyard or extended family meetings and all these kind of things. About 50% of all transmissions occur in private gatherings, and that is the unfortunate truth. The problem is with when you go somewhere to meet people is you don't know whether you are encountering somebody who is spreading the virus or not, because they don't feel sick when they spread the virus the most. And the only way to protect ourselves is really keeping a distance from people, wearing the face covering, super important, and wash our hands very frequently and avoid gatherings where many people come together.